And a very pleasant good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on this maybe a smidge rainy, but pretty doggone good Friday morning. It's going to be a fun day. We are going to talk about, it's our Take the Points show today. It's Lucas Vaughan is almost here. He's not quite here. He told me to go ahead and start the show, and he'd get here just immediately. He had to make a quick drive, but he's. We are going to have a lot of fun today. As we see, you can see that I've got the empty chair here ready for Lucas. So he'll be here anytime. And I tell you what, I'll tell you the truth. It'll be so magic that you probably won't even see him come in the door. It's very, very impressive. But this is a gorgeous Friday, May 3rd. This is our weekly Take the Points show, and we're going to talk. We're going to talk a little bit of football, maybe a little bit of baseball, probably a little bit of basketball. Maybe a smidge of hockey, but we are going to talk a ton about the Kentucky Derby set for this weekend. I hope you got a chance. I ran the replay this week of Katie White on Wednesday, making all kinds of good treats for the Derby. That was from a couple of years ago, probably 3 or 4 years ago now, but. If you got the chance, by all means, take a look at that. It was a dandy show. Let's talk about some community events going on in and around our communities, starting up in Effingham here on this Friday, May 3rd. The Effingham Public Library and the Effingham Masonic Lodge, they are co-hosting a launch party this evening for the new permanent story walk placed on the Lake Sarah Beach grounds. The launch party will be this afternoon from 4 to 6. It'll include free hot dogs plus free chips, and take and make craft for the kids while supplies last. So take the kids out there, get them a hot dog, and get some chips, and don't power down too many hot dogs yourself. Save some for the kids. The Effingham Public Library proud to co-sponsor this permanent walk. The story walk? What is a permanent story walk? Well, this program was project was made possible by a grant from the Illinois Masonic Children's Association, the Children's Assistance Program. It brings a new story every month each month to the trail that's part of the Lake Sarah Beach grounds. The story walk's intended to provide a learning environment for families to take their children for an interactive family building experience for the purposes of improving literacy. That's always a great idea in the community, and also encouraging physical activity. To celebrate the first story, they're throwing this big hoot, and going to host a free lunch, like I said out there. Going to be a lot of fun. The public is encouraged to attend and celebrate with them, and they're going to change the story out there each month. The story will change on the big permanent story walk launch party. So that is just an outstanding idea there, isn't it, Lucas?
Outstanding idea. They changed it.
It's just a great. Welcome to the show, by the way.
I made it.
I'm glad you got the memo about the shirt. What else is going on in and around our neighborhood today? First Friday luncheon is up in Effingham today. This is National Train Day. Well, it's getting ready for National Train Day, which is actually next week. But mark your calendars. This luncheon will be at the Keller Convention Center, Holiday Inn in Effingham. It's the luncheon series that has a dynamic lineup of speakers. This is a pretty doggone good one this week. They have a variety of first Fridays of the month insightful luncheon. The featured speaker today, Charles Barenfanger. He's from the Effingham Railroad Company. So that'll be a lot of fun. The cost is $20 for members or $30 for non-members. What do you know about choo-choo trains?
I don't know anything.
See, this would be a good thing.
I do have an uncle who's a conductor.
Oh, really?
What is it, Mike Major? He's a engineer.
Is he an engineer?
He's a conductor. Yeah.
He's an engineer.
Yeah, he doesn't have to do stuff. He
I
just
don't know if
pulls
they
levers.
have conductors anymore.
Yeah, whatever they're called.
Yeah, I think they have engineers. But Mike, well, the cool part about that is Mike gets to wear overalls every day.
Like that would change no matter what his job was.
He could be the president of the United States. He'd be wearing overalls.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a good thing. What else going on Saturday? We'll take a look at Saturday. It's a benefit breakfast for the Sailor Springs American Legion, the Clay City American Legion, the Clay City Sailor Springs American Legion hosting their monthly benefit breakfast from 7 a.m. to 10. Everyone is welcome, cost by donation. They don't say what they're having. The one in Farina does. It's at the Farina American Legion at 6:30. This one will be all you can eat: pancakes, eggs, sausage, biscuits and gravy, coffee, orange juice, or milk to drink. Donations go toward their 4th of July fireworks. That'll be a hoot. The Salem Shriners will have a cookout at the IGA parking lot Saturday from 10 a.m. probably till they run out. It says here till 1 o'clock. The Shriners this will be serving brats, chops, and hot dogs. So I thought it said pork burgers. No, brats, chops, and hot dogs. So that'll be fun. Also, Fear Nothing Derby Day taking place Saturday at the Tuscan Hills Winery. It'll start at 2 p.m.
2 a.m. That'd be an early one.
2 a.m. might be just
an early start.
An early start. It is. Now I don't have a whole lot of details. I guess this is the second year they've done this, but it's guaranteed. It says here it's guaranteed to be one for the books. 100% of the funds raised support cancer patients in the 6-county region. So you have that. What else going on here today, ladies and gentlemen? Friday, May 3rd is National Chocolate Custard Day. That looks like a pretty good chocolate custard right there. National Chocolate Custard Day on May 3rd each year celebrates a delicious pudding-like dessert enjoyed by many. Pastry chefs and home cooks alike make custards by blending eggs with milk or cream and heating the mixture either on the stove or in the oven. Since custards come in a variety of consistencies, you can choose the one that best fits what your dessert preference and what you're doing with it. For example, they range from a thin liquid like a creme anglaise to a firm creme brulee. That is neither one of those.
No.
That is more like a creme brulee, I'm guessing, right there.
I mean,
but it's chocolate.
I mean, pudding and the custard, the only difference is just the eggs.
Oh, yeah, you don't have eggs in pudding.
Right.
I don't think.
So what does that add to it? I'm going to have Blair.
The eggs?
Yeah, what's it add to make it custard?
It makes the consistency much different and gives you a little flavoring. I can taste it.
I love chocolate pudding. I mean, just regular,
you can
easy
taste the
chocolate
difference between pudding and custard. Mm-hmm. Have you ever...
I don't know.
Have you ever been to a Ted Drew's over in St. Louis?
I don't know that I have. I don't know if I've ever stopped and got any. No. I mean, I know I'm a horrible human being.
How have you reached the age of, I'm not going to say middle age, because I know how long your family lives.
Yeah.
But how have you reached the age you are without having any custard?
I've just never been a huge dessert guy. I don't know. Just the basics.
You've been a huge everything guy.
No, I mean, I'm a huge guy.
But yeah, today's chocolate custard day. Enjoy that. There's all kinds of ways probably to enjoy chocolate custard.
I just assume I like chocolate pudding, so why screw with custard? I guess. I don't know. So
custard is a richer form of chocolate pudding. You've had chocolate mousse.
Yeah, light and fluffy.
You think that? Yeah, custard can be light and fluffy, but it's different. You'd like.
We're going to have to try. I guess that's now on the menu for the weekend.
I should have brought chocolate custards
at all times.
Had I had any, I would have brought it. What else is today, ladies and gentlemen? This is National Two Different Colored Shoes Day.
We're getting into the stupid days, aren't we?
Yeah, it's a stupid one. Each year, this encourages folks to celebrate celebrate your uniqueness and put it on display. This stands out from the other 364 days a year. Wear 2 different colored shoes and see where they take you.
Same place 2 regular color shoes would.
Well, that's kind of what I'm thinking. I used to have that shoe on the left. That's what we played basketball in grade school.
Looks comfortable.
Yeah, it really wasn't. It really wasn't comfortable at all. National 2 Different Colored Shoes Day was created by Dr. Arlene Kaiser. She created the day to recognize and celebrate human diversity. According to Kaiser, the simple act of wearing 2 different colored shoes proclaims your individuality. By taking this positive risk, you can demonstrate your willingness to be different, to show your appreciation for the unique people in your life. How about that?
And when my son accidentally does it, I don't call him individual. I call him something else.
Does he do it on purpose?
No, probably
Just to mess with you.
not to pay attention.
Yeah, well, now that's probably true. That's probably true. Also, ladies and gentlemen, each May 3rd, we celebrate National Paranormal Day. Each year on May 3rd, see, you were talking about made-up days. This is for people who believe in paranormal activities, and they're encouraged to get together and share their experiences with each other. Of course, paranormal is a term used to describe occurrences that can't be explained by ordinary scientific measures outside the norm. Many words leap to mind when speaking of the paranormal: ghosts, haunting, spirit, or poltergeist maybe. How about extraterrestrial and clairvoyance also? That kind of thing. Nearly every city in the country has a house or location that holds a mystical presence. Maybe some folks think it's haunted. Have you ever had people, you live in a big old house? Mm-hmm. And you used to live in a big old house. Has anybody ever told you they thought one of your houses was haunted?
No. I mean, big old houses have unusual noises and drafts and things like that.
They do have unusual noises and drafts both. I do know of a big old house that has the reputation of having poltergeists and such in it. But look at that gal. She doesn't look like she's happy at all.
I mean, if I look out in the yard, that's happening. We'll have a different conversation the next time. If I see that, it's a whole different story.
I agree with you. This is there's if you're into the paranormal. I know people who, now does Bigfoot count as paranormal? Yetis.
That's myth.
Sasquatches.
I don't. No, it's not paranormal.
I'm thinking you're right. I'm thinking paranormal would be ghostly stuff.
Yeah.
So you could explain Bigfoot as a dude who's out in the forest that's not.
Yeah. A bear walking on his hind legs you barely catch a glimpse of. I mean, it's just something, but yeah, not paranormal.
Not paranormal. All right. Well, you see, now I have friends that firmly believe in Bigfoot.
Oh, I know you do.
Well, you do too.
Yeah.
Firmly believe in the existence.
I believe have done the hunts, haven't they not?
And have gone on long vacations to go do the hunts. What do you want to see on television, ladies and gentlemen? Today it's Kentucky Oaks. We're going to get to the Derby here in a little while. By the way, you might want to start studying. I know that you have.
I've got who I want. I just didn't get a chance to put them in. So
okay, well,
but I'll study anyway.
The horses are back in. Well, they're back there somewhere.
Yeah. I've got the numbers.
All right, as long as you're ready.
I'm in there.
But the Kentucky Oaks is today here at noon to 5 o'clock. That's going to be on USA Channel 620. Also, high school baseball this afternoon. I'm going to miss the Oaks. Doggone. It's Altamont at Dietrich. That'll be on this channel, Channel 100, Wabash Catch TV, starting around 4:25. NBA basketball tonight. If necessary, Boston will be at Miami, and that's on ESPN Channel 601. The LA Clippers at the Dallas Mavericks is necessary. That'll be at 8:30 tonight, and that's their game 6. Also tonight, I think they'll move it to ESPN if the Boston game isn't necessary. The Cavaliers at the Magic. That one's necessary too.
They should probably just leave that one on. Spike TV or something.
It's on NBA TV.
Nobody's going to watch that.
We don't have NBA TV on the list on our channel.
That's a good place for that game right there.
So yeah, if you're looking for the Cavaliers game, you want the Boston game series to end on Wednesday night. Oh, I just said it. We're shooting this on Wednesday. Doggone it. Major League Baseball today. The Brewers are at the Cubs. Joe Ross pitching for the Brewers, and the Cubs haven't figured out who they're going to pitch yet. That's at 1:20 this afternoon on Marquee, Channel 597. And also the Cardinals host the White Sox. Boy, there's a couple of fiery squads right there.
Cardinals need to win something. If it's against anybody, it'd be the White Sox.
There you go. That's at 7:15 tonight. It'll be Brad Keller versus Sonny Gray. Also the NHL playoffs. All these are also game sixes. The Stars at the Vegas Knights. They haven't figured out the times yet. Canucks at the Predators. That will certainly be on. And if necessary, the Oilers at the Kings. This is Lucas. I am Bruce. You are watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. We're going to come back. We'll talk some football. Are you excited about your Bears?
Yes, like every year, optimistic.
Yeah, he's fired up. We'll be right back after this. Stick around.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
At Clay City Banking Company, we're all on the same team, regardless of zip code. At home, work, school, or across the country, you can be part of our team with our cutting-edge mobile banking products. From your hand, you can check balances, transfer money, make deposits, and pay bills. Looking for a loan? We've got you covered with our mortgage, agriculture, commercial, and consumer loans. Join our team today. Clay City, Flora, Louisville, and Fairfield Banking Companies. We're the hometown banks, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Chapman's Furniture has the best prices every day. You can find them open Monday through Saturday from 9 to 5 and located at 210, 300, and 306 West Main Street in Salem. Chapman's features a full line of furniture, including Ashley Furniture, bedding by Sealy and Bimco, and the largest selection of rugs in Southern Illinois. They have a huge selection of recliners, including lift and power, and wallpaper and border in stock at closeout prices. Call 618-548-2221 for the best price around.
Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
It is all things new at Zimdar's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Appliance Repair. We have a new line of heating and cooling equipment and new technicians. Our new equipment line offers 24 months free financing and excellent warranty coverage. Our experienced service technicians can provide you with quality service and repairs on all brands of HVAC equipment. Zimdar's has been serving Clay County and the surrounding areas for over 23 years. The employees of Zimdar's are here to help, so call local and call Zimdar's.
With Brad. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Let's switch cameras. Let's go move to that one.
Got her.
As we are going to talk today about all kinds of different sports things. Lucas Vaughan is here. Appreciate you being here, Lucas.
Yes, sir.
Making a part of your day. You are driving all over the place today.
Yeah, I've got another 100 miles to drive. Well, I think I got to go to St. Francisville after this. So.
So you're going to end up like putting $250 on your car probably today.
At least, yeah.
Thank you, Morton Buildings. We appreciate that.
Yeah. I've been busy with it.
That's good. Last Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. What were you doing all day long?
Thursday,
all evenings long.
Well, Thursday I definitely watched the draft. I tell you what, though, I couldn't watch all of it.
It just went on and on.
Man, it went on and on. So I got to about 18 to 20 deep in the draft as far as the picks, and I've been watching for 2.5 hours by that time, and then I gave it up after that.
Well, I think you ought to be commended actually for being able to watch the draft that long with 4 kids, for crying out loud.
Oh, they didn't watch it. I was watching it. they didn't want anything to do with that.
Okay, the NFL draft last Thursday. It was the first round. Second round, third round Friday. 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th on Saturday. What was your favorite? All right, as a Bears fan, what grade would you give the Bears for their draft?
Oh, they were solid. I'd probably give them a B. They addressed, offensive line. They addressed they picked the number one punter in the draft.
You are the meanest jerk of all time.
Listen, I love their top 2 picks. Number 1, Caleb Williams had to be Caleb Williams. Period.
Yeah.
So that one, I give it an A, but it had to be there. And me personally, I love Romadunze. I think he is a fantastic wide receiver that's going to be extremely good.
There's the first 13 picks of the draft. I'm like you, Lucas. I'm not going to go deeper into it than this, because we have channels changing and all kinds of stuff. But if you're a Bears fan, you pick up a new quarterback, pick up a new wide receiver, and I'm going to ask one more thing before we get back to that. What'd you think of your 4th round pick?
4th rounder was the punter, right?
The punter.
Yeah. Listen, I'm fine with it. They showed the stats on it. He was the number 1 punter by a lot. It wasn't just he's a punter. He's the number 1. And so I think they addressed the punting situation to say, listen, we've got and it's not like a kid's 18, by the way. I think he's 25, 26.
Yeah.
He's an older guy.
I think he's been at Iowa for like 6 years.
Yeah.
At least, he's punted against Illinois for what seems like 6 or 8 years ago, other than that game where they didn't punt.
Yeah.
A few years ago.
I wonder if they could have got him later in the draft. But listen, if you want to address the punter, just get the best one, period, and call it good.
And this guy drops it. He's got such accuracy. He drops it within the 10. I don't think a new football will change him very much at all. That was the main point of the Bears. I was wanting to find out what you thought of the punter.
A lot of people say don't ever draft a punter, but listen, draft a punter. If he's superior or better than everything else, draft a punter.
The last time folks drafted punters, they turned out pretty good.
Which was
you look back at Ray Guy was drafted.
Typically
Reggie Roby was drafted.
The drafted
also
punters
from Iowa.
are special.
The drafted punters are special. The dude from Cal a few years ago was drafted, and it's if the punter is worth getting drafted, he usually turns out, and that's pretty consistent. Okay, Caleb Williams goes first. Then the 2 more quarterbacks. Were you surprised at any of the quarterbacks? I know that we had our picks, and we all did pretty good.
Yeah, 50% on every single one of us.
Yeah, all 4 of us went 50%. What was the biggest surprise? Had to be Penix at 8.
That's easy. The top 5, you could almost say the top 6 really kind of went the way they expected it, with maybe the Giants thinking quarterback there. But Michael Penix he was the biggest surprise.
There has been much discussion about Michael Penix as the Falcons just paid or just have a salary with Kirk Cousins for $180 million, $100 million of which is guaranteed for 4 years.
That's a Cousins contract.
That's a Cousins contract. He's
a guaranteed money guy.
He's the best businessman in the NFL. Were you surprised? Were you? If you were an Atlanta fan, would you be in favor of what they did? Would you be against what they did?
No, I probably wouldn't be in favor of it. They didn't waste.
Depends if you're an Atlanta fan who has to pay season tickets or not season tickets.
Well, the Cousins going to be your quarterback, so you also now know that your first round pick, 8th overall, you may not see the field hardly at all this year or maybe next year. So that first round pick, as good as he might be, is not something you're going to see in the near, unless Cousins gets hurt again.
And Cousins, but that's the thing. Cousins has been pretty doggone durable.
He has until last year.
And
Michael Penix, unfortunately, has not been. He's had ACL injuries and shoulder injuries, and so
the only thing that worried me about Penix is, like you talk about those ACLs and shoulders, but And the last time you had well, he was a Washington quarterback. Washington quarterbacks are not typically the most successful
No,
quarterbacks.
they have not historically been, no.
They have not, yeah, so who knows? Any other surprises in the first round?
Well,
I was kind of surprised that Bowers dropped all the way to the Raiders.
Well, and the reason that he dropped that far is because J.J. McCarthy, Bo Nix, Michael Penix get moved up the list. 6 quarterbacks in the top 12 picks, never been that way.
Yeah.
At any point has it done that. And so that's the reason that Brock dropped where he did.
Here are the picks that we made, and I forgot to mark Michael Penix, so I ended up getting 6.
Yeah.
I ended up getting 6 out of 10 right. How about that? Heck, if I'd had Drake May up there, where
JJ was.
J.J. McCarthy.
Yeah.
You know why I picked J.J. McCarthy there? You weren't here for my discussion of that. It's because I figured the Patriots would want to go Michigan quarterback.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
And figure out some way to mess with me. Then we had. Of course, I thought the Giants were going to go quarterback, and you thought they'd go offensive line. Of course, they go wide receiver, but and we three or four of us had Bowers at 10. I don't know.
I mean, when you get the movement to Penix up and to Bo Nix up, I mean, Bowers just had to drop there.
We're going to talk next about the Kentucky Derby. I've got a couple of different slides I'm going to show here. Here is the current the morning line odds. Pardon me. They will change, and they have changed a little bit. But this is morning line, and the favorite is Fierceness. This is Fierceness, and I show this picture now because when we discuss the Kentucky Derby in the next segment, I'm pretty sure none of the four of us are betting on Fierceness, are we?
I am.
You are?
I do. I read about Fierceness, and when he's got a clean run, he's hard to beat.
Fierceness at 5-2 from the 17. All right, we'll find out.
Got a solid jockey, too.
Who is the
John Velasquez.
Oh, Velasquez. I've got him on my wall.
There you go.
I've got his signature and picture on my wall with the riding American Pharaoh to the Triple Crown. So we'll get to all that. We'll get to the whole Derby discussion. Set your DVRs right now because you're going to want to hear our flawless team's picks. We're going to make some money.
I can't even keep a straight face.
Back in a second.
Hi, my name is Landon Carter, and I'm a financial consultant at Benjamin F. Edwards in Florida. Whether you're planning to send a loved one to school, preparing for retirement, or passing your wealth to the next generation, we have the knowledge and perspective to implement financial strategies that will help you move smoothly through life's transitions. Here at Edwards, our clients know that we are fully invested in their financial future. To find out more, Cole Duke and I invite you to give us a call at 618-508-8050. Benjamin F. Edwards, member SIPC.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont's always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
For service beyond the surface, call Carter Trucking in Fairfield. Carter's trucks are ready to haul your big freight and grain. So whatever you call Jeremy Carter, the Mucho Mulcho Man, the driveway doctor, the gravel guru, the pothole pirate, the rockin' redneck, the smooth operator, the mud hole master, or the happy hauler, just call him 842-2022 to haul your big freight, grain, and more with trucks from Carter Trucking, Williamson Drive in Fairfield.
I'm not doing it this year.
You're not going to do that?
No.
We're hot mics right now, by the way.
Which means that the Japanese horses are going to be good because I'm not going to pick them.
Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first.
Yeah.
Lucas is not picking Japanese
They let
horses.
me down last year.
They have, actually, you realize the Japanese bred has never won the Kentucky Derby. Just, a FYI for those of you keeping track of these kind of things at home. Welcome back, folks. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. We hope you're having an outstanding Friday. Tomorrow's the Kentucky Derby. My favorite race of the year.
You guys like it?
I do like it. We will occasionally have a happy gathering. We will occasionally put on all the trimmings. What is your favorite trimming of the Kentucky Derby?
I can't tell you that.
The mint julep.
Nah, I've never actually had an authentic mint julep. So
Really?
Nah.
You need to come by the house sometime.
You just got stuff for mint juleps sitting around.
Actually, it is perfect this time of year, especially we're at the same basic latitude as Louisville. Right now is when mint is popping up.
Good to go then.
And my lovely bride will go to a few of her friends' houses and steal mint from their lawns. I think she has the agreement to do so.
Yeah.
But yeah,
If she did, she'd do it anyway, probably.
she would do it anyway. Yeah, there is no mint safe in May in Wayne County. Let's put it that way. Kentucky Derby. It's the 150th running. You just asked the question a minute ago, and ask that question again.
You have to remember what it was.
The money.
Oh, the purse this year went to $5 million from $3 million, which is huge.
It was a $3 million bump. It was $2.
Oh, it was $2. Okay, so it was $3 million bump.
It rose from $2 million to $5 million, and you say why?
I said why.
Well, because basically the Kentucky Derby is the most famous race in the world.
Sure.
And it was beginning to get passed in notoriety by some races that are heavily funded elsewhere, like there's the Dubai Derby that is a $20 million race, and there's one down in Florida that's like a $10 million race, or has been. So they just wanted to keep the reputation.
Get it a little closer to whatever.
They got it a little closer. And it costs a lot more money to get into it now. The entry fees cost a little bit more, but all these people have a lot of money, and they're going to win a lot of money if you do it. So plus the NBC. They got a new contract from NBC, and it'll be on NBC all weekend long. And if you're on TV all weekend long, you throw the money at people.
So the horses can eat better, is what you're trying to say.
The horses really don't. They probably actually with there being more money involved. I'm guessing that the drugs will be better. I hate to say that.
More designer.
Yeah, more designer drugs. Here is what the Kentucky looks like, the Derby field looks like, and actually it has changed a smidge since this came out. Encino has scratched. The number 9 has scratched, and they have brought in one from the outside for it. I'm trying to remember, Edge Up or Edge something or other. It's in that one.
Yeah,
it's on the last page.
Epic Ride.
Epic Ride is now in the 20 spot, I believe, and all the rest move forward up to the 9 or 10, moving out. So he'll be listed as the 21 if you're making your bets, but there is no 9. And the other fun thing about this is it's a 20-horse race. So what comes with the 20-horse race, Lucas?
Full gates.
Well, full gates, but that's the chance that's where the money really changes, where the bets get that much more valuable.
Why?
Because because there are more horses in it, you have higher odds on all the horses. If you go to a regular race and you see a regular field, this one has 15 horses there that are 10 and above.
Well, I remember that from last year where we had the Kentucky Derby, and then whatever the next race was,
18
there was
horses
only like 10 horses or 9 horses.
Well,
in
you see,
whatever the next race
that'll
was.
be the Preakness.
Yeah.
The Preakness only has like a 14-horse gate, and it won't have that many horses.
Yeah, I was surprised. I remember that from last year.
So here you can win if you get, say, Grand Mo the first.
Oh, Grand Mo
finishes in the money, along with, say, West Saratoga, and then Society Man.
You can really rack some up, can't you?
You could really rack some money up. I was at the Kentucky in 1998. Whenever the Kentucky Derby, I was out in the outfield. It was wet. It was rainy. It was a beautiful. Then it got nice, just like a spring day in Louisville. And there was a gal, a young lady who was super drunk. And she was walking around after the race, and not super drunk, but she was super messed up because she had just won. She just spent $12 on a bet and won $1,000.
That's nice. That's a good return.
Yeah, that was a good return. That's what she's doing. She's walking around. I just won $1,000. I just won $1,000. Holding the ticket in her hand. I just won $1,000. And of course, nobody messes with her. I mean, she went and cashed her ticket for $1,000. It was great.
I'd take $1,000.
It's on a $12 bet. Would you do that?
It's a good return.
It's a good return, but that's a chance. It's always a ton of fun. The interesting thing about this is looking there. The high your horse Fierceness is 5-2. It's the favorite, heavy favorite in Sierra Leone. The heavy favorites. The winning horse has never, not once, not ever, come from the 17 spot. All the rest of the holes have had a winner. That's not the 17 horse.
It's about that time. It's 150th race. It's about time to fill in.
But actually, now that I've mentioned it and I think about it, they're going to scoot Fierceness in since there's no 9, so it'll actually become another 16 hole. Boom.
Winner.
There you go. Actually, now I kind of...
Now I want the number 18 horse.
Now it all comes clear.
I want Stronghold now.
Here's some of the horses. This is I talked about. We already talked a little bit about Fierceness. This is Catching Freedom. He is back in there. He's the number 4 under Brad Cox. He is at 8-1. He's a pretty doggone good horse. The reason I bring him up is because I'm betting on him. I like Catching Freedom a lot. Here is... I believe this is Sierra Leone, isn't it? Yeah, that's Sierra Leone winning the Risen Star. He is also the 3-1. See, now that's the thing. You look at these, Lucas, and it's a 20-horse race. There is no way you ought to bet 3-1 odds on a 20-1 race or 20-horse race, or 5-2 just makes no sense.
Doesn't make sense unless they win.
It doesn't make sense unless they win or unless they're going to win.
Right. I mean, I could bet the 50-1, but if it comes in last, guess what?
You still lose.
And I still lose.
But that's the thing. At 5-2, they're saying this horse is going to win
2.5 times.
40% of the time, right? Or 20% of the time.
Yeah.
Is it 20% of the time?
2.5 to 1.
That'd be 40% of the time.
Yeah, that's right.
40% of the time that they run the race.
Sounds right to me.
That's a lot of...
They don't need to win 40% of the time. They just need to win once.
They just need to win the one time.
I don't need
it. One time
I don't need it 40 times out of 100.
That was Sierra Leone. Here is a look at Mystic. I think, what's his full name?
Is it Mystic Dan?
Yeah, Mystic Dan.
Number 3 horse, 20-1.
Mystic Dan at 3-1. That's a good looking horse. And here is the number. Here is my other bet, Domestic Product. Look at that gorgeous black horse. That is, and I will admit, people do bet based on color of horse. I love a good black beauty, like a good horse, and people will bet on grays. They'll see a gray, and I got to throw all my money at that. Not me. I like black horses.
I'm going to bet on the fast ones. You can bet on color. I'll bet on speed.
All right. Let's tell what are some of the other folks' bets? Did I get that in there?
I don't know. Where did you put that at?
I think I put that in there toward the end of no, not that way. Back in a few pages. Tell me what well, I didn't put it in there.
I don't remember seeing them in here.
Here's what our bets are. I thought I put it in there. Wheeze there, it's on the screen.
Yeah, I don't see it anywhere.
Wheeze, now we're each betting $20, except I'm a jerk. It's my show. I'm betting 22. So Wheeze is putting a $10 bet, $5 to win, $5 to place on the favorite, along with Lucas. How much are you going to put on Fierceness, by the way?
Can I put Fierceness and the number 3 Sierra Leone together in a box?
Exacta?
Yeah, for 1 and 2.
Sure.
Yeah, that's what I want to do right there.
How much money of that?
You tell me how much it is. So like $5 that I have to bet.
Well, you can bet any amount.
I got 20 to work with.
You got $20 to work with. If you're one of a box, so either one wins, either one gets second.
Yep.
That's two bets.
Okay.
So if you go a $2 box, that's $4. If you go a $5 box, that's $10.
How much that? $5 box on
$5 box.
Yep.
All right, that's $10.
Yeah.
All
And
right.
then I want my other one. Just call me. We're talking to me. Is I want Catalytic. And then for my other $10 to that win play show, however I need to bet that.
So you're gonna go $10 on Catalytic. You want to go let's go $3 win play show.
Okay, that gets me to 9.
So that gets you to 19.
Okay, deal.
All right, so that will save you $1 for a trifecta.
Oh,
Let's do a trifecta in order. You've got to bet this in order.
Okay.
You've got a $1 trifecta bet. I need it in order. I'll let you think about that while I go over what these guys are doing. Wheeze, $5 to win place on Fierceness. If at 5 to 2, that'll end up paying him $15, $25 on basically a $10 bet. $5 to win on Forever Young at 10 to 1, that pay him $55. $5 to win on Catching Freedom at 8 to 1, that'll pay him $45. I'm not a big fan of any of those, but I like Catching Freedom because I've got him in my trifecta box, and as you can see, I also have the Sierra Leone and Catching Freedom and the number 8 horse, just a touch, the Brad Cox horse. I like Florent Giroux.
You like Brad Cox horses?
I like Cox horses. Cox is good. He is a good runner he's a good runner at the Louisville. Domestic Products, a Brad Cox horse too, right?
That's Chad Brown.
Chad Brown, okay.
Yeah, the one that's scratching Cino is another Brad Cox one.
Chad Brown, the Irad Ortez is an outstanding jockey. So I'm throwing $10 of it on Domestic Product. I've got the $2 trifecta box, which is a $12 bet on Catching Freedom, Sierra Leone, and just a touch. Jamie has $5 across the board on Mystic Dan.
Yeah, we talked about him earlier.
We showed him a little bit ago. Mystic Dan at 20 to 1. That at $5 would pay him around $200. So yeah, that'd be a nice win on a $15 bet. Also $5 to win on Forever Young. Odds on Forever Young were what?
10 to 1. It looks like. Oh, that's one of those Japanese horses.
Oh, he's betting on a Japanese horse.
10 to 1 on Japanese horse.
That's kind of scary. And okay, what's your? So your bets are as we're going here. Your bet was you've got the $2.
Yep.
$5 exacta
on Sierra Leone and Fierceness.
17 and a $5 exacta on 17
and 2.
All right.
Yeah, and then we were going to cross the board on the Catalytic, number 5.
$3 win play show on 5. All right.
And then, so this one I picked 3 for $1, right?
3 for $1. I'm going to give you. Actually, yeah, let's since I'm using $22, how about you bet $3 on this, on this trifecta box? I need them in order.
All right. You ready?
Yeah.
I want number 6, Just Steel, and then number 15, Domestic Product.
6, number 15, domestic product.
And then number 18, Stronghold.
Stronghold. Why do you pick those?
Because those numbers are going to be good if they hit in order. Because that will be a very nice payout.
That's because they're divisible by 3 and very, very large. Okay, so you've got 20 to 1 plus 30 to 1 plus 20 to 1.
Yeah.
Hey,
that'd be a nice hit.
That's a nice hit. I tell you what, I hope it wins for you, Lucas. I really
Now
do.
I'm going to have to bet it because I know nothing about it and I picked it. Because, the last thing you would want to do would be like, man, well, Lucas said hit, and I didn't bet it.
Can you imagine? And we've given you $2 more. So it's going to cost you $3 as opposed to 1.
I like it.
I like it too. Let's go back and talk a little NBA, a little baseball, a little NHL, whatever we can come up with. Best of luck, folks. Enjoy Saturday. Kentucky Derby comes but once a year, and it is such fun.
For about 2.5 minutes.
For little over two.
Yeah.
Little over 2. Back in a sec. Actually, we'll be back. They could probably run the Kentucky Derby while we're gone.
They could.
And we'll be back right after that.
Fashion is our passion at Carnaby Square. We specialize in customer service and have since 1980. Our multi-generational boutique features your favorite on-trend to classic famous maker fashions, footwear, accessories, and a massive inventory of Brighton. So come, relax, explore, and elevate your look with us. Everyone is welcome, where we always wrap it, tag it, and bag it for free at Carnaby Square in downtown Fairfield.
Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
Napa know-how.
At Flora Auto Parts, you can count on the Napa know-how experts to have the solutions to keep you running on the road or in the field. More than just your car, your locally owned Napa store carries a large inventory of parts for farms, heavy trucks, and just about everything that moves. Experienced counter people understand your needs and are ready to help with the perfect part at a great value. That's Napa know-how at Flora Auto Parts.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Le Mans Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Le Mans always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at lemansonline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. They got beat by Florida the other night. Shouldn't have, but they should have put them away. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. We are talking, it's our Take the Point show. Lucas Vaughan is here. We were talking a little bit of all kinds of different sports. What is your favorite springtime I was going to say springtime playoff, but the current playoffs going right now are way down the list for you, aren't they? That they don't even reach, like let's cut it between NBA basketball, NHL hockey, March Madness tournament. That's of course number one.
If I don't watch much hockey.
Premier League soccer is ending right now.
That didn't make the list.
They don't have playoffs, so I mean that makes sense.
But no, I mean, at least this time of year, NBA players actually act like they give a crap a little bit more than during the season. So I do like that better. And they typically play.
I don't know. I mean, you look at like Kawhi Leonard taking half the games off still. And now we're being judgmental, but boy, oh boy, sure seems like there's still some load management going on into the playoffs.
Yeah.
I like your thought that most of them seem to. You know who really plays hard in the playoffs? That's the hockey guys. Anyway, yeah, these guys they are playing for their lives depend upon it. But nothing is really settled all that much. The Leafs are trying to stay up with the Bruins. Bruins are playing pretty well. The Hurricanes have knocked out the Islanders. This is from yesterday. The Hurricanes knocked out the Islanders last night. So the Hurricanes will play the Rangers. You've got Florida going to play probably Boston.
That would have been fun with the Islanders playing the Rangers. That would have been a nice one. I assume New York would have been
New York would have been fired up, except the Islanders weren't very good. And the Rangers won the President's Trophy, right? And they're going to be an underdog against Carolina. You know why?
Nope.
Because Carolina's really good. After the trade deadline,
why.
They played really well after the trade deadline, so they've been playing the best team. They've been the best hockey team on the planet for the last month and a half or something like that. On the other side, you've got Dallas and Vegas locked up in a close one. You've got the Avalanche are beating the Jets. I think they beat the Jets finally on the other night. Canucks and Predators are close. Oilers and the Kings. I'm on the Oilers. I've got the Oilers to win. I'm silly, but that's who I've got going there. If you had to pick a winner, who would you pick, just based on what I've just told you?
The Islanders, because they still have the best logo, even though
the Islanders have already been eliminated.
I don't care. They still got the best logo. Even though is this the Winnipeg Jets here? The one on the left.
That's the Winnipeg Jets.
That logo's pretty good. I like that logo actually.
He's talking about the one on the right hand. What's that? Yeah, left hand side, far left with the jet on top of a maple leaf.
That's pretty good. But yeah, the Islanders is still the best logo.
Really?
Yeah, I think the Islanders logo is clean, classic. I love everything about the
Islanders. You've got an island, the Long Island there, and NY with the hockey stick part
fantastic.
of it. Yeah, that is.
It's a clean one.
If we're talking logos of the ones here, I love the Oilers logo.
It's pretty good
because that's a hat.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's a cowboy hat.
Okay.
And I think you can't beat a killer whale.
The Canuck? I kept looking at that one thinking, what the heck is that one? Canuck, all right.
That's a killer whale. Right. Speaking of logos, here are the NBA playoffs. As of Wednesday morning, the Oklahoma City Thunder have already beaten tar out of the
I wonder
Pelicans.
what the preseason odds were of OKC and Minnesota sweeping through their first-round series like they did. I mean, easily. Man. They're young and
Denver was down 20 twice, right? Yeah. And then came back and beat the Lakers.
Which pleases me. 2-0 in.
It was kind of fun. The Mavericks and Clippers are going to go to the end.
Oh, yeah.
They're having a war over there on the West. In the East, nothing is, as of Wednesday here, nothing is yet decided.
Celtics should get settled,
Celtics will win that Friday night or Wednesday night. Cavaliers and Magic are going to go a long way.
I think Cleveland is up 3-2 in that one, right? I believe.
3-2, but they play Friday night. They play. Then you've got the Pacers and Bucks. That one has been back and forth.
Well, when you don't have Giannis and you don't have Dame, and the Bucks are missing some pieces.
Bucks are hanging on somehow.
And then the best series there's been so far, as far as I'm concerned.
What, the Bucks and Pacers?
No, the Knicks.
The Knicks and 76ers.
Yeah, that's been
Why have the Knicks and 76ers been your favorite?
It's been back and forth. I mean, between Jalen Brunson, Tyrese Maxey,
you've got great guards.
Man, Jalen Brunson's been incredible the entire series.
You've got great guards. You have Joel Embiid doing odd things.
He had a triple-double last night and did play well.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, he's grabbing people's legs and stuff, and there's animosity.
Yeah. It's been a good series.
There's animosity within the fan bases as the Knicks fans basically took over the Philadelphia arena the other night because they have more money than Philadelphia people, and they bought all their tickets. Apparently it's easier to go to a game if you're a Knicks fan in Philadelphia than it is in Madison Square Garden.
Interesting.
All the Knicks fans who live in Jersey are all going to Philadelphia to watch the games, and they took it over. But the thing is, they lost Game 5 at home. They got to play Game 6
In Philly.
in Philadelphia, and that has been war. All right, so if you had to pick a winner here. Let's pick a winning logo then. I mean,
winning logo?
Yeah. Since we didn't pick, it's a little early to pick winners.
Nuggets pretty clean.
I got to tell you, 76 is an old logo. I've always liked it. I still like it. And the Bulls, of course, they're gone. The Bulls has always been a good logo.
I mean, the 76ers and the Bulls is just a classic clean logo. You know, I'm looking at some of these newer logos. I don't know. But Minnesota's isn't terrible that way it is, but I kind of like Denver's. I like the Nugget one.
Denver's a good one. You got the little basketball. The Pelicans logo is just weird. A fleur-de-lis with a bird in it. OKC makes no sense for the Thunder. Of course, the Celtics is
another classic one.
It's a classic. Orlando makes no sense.
Nah, I don't like it.
And the Bucks, you got to do it.
I mean, it makes sense at least.
Pacers looks good too. If you had to pick a low, you picking the Nuggets, if you have to pick.
If I have to pick one, I'm going to pick the Nuggets one.
If I got to pick one of these, I'm going to take Golden State, the number 10.
Yeah, it's a different one out there with the
number
bridge.
10, the 10th seed. So, they've moved from Oakland to San Francisco anyway. Early in the baseball season, here are the American League. The Cleveland Guardians, they had the top record in April, locked up until the 10th inning last night when they got beat, and the tiebreaker, the top one went to Baltimore, I think. So somebody had 60. They opened this season at 65-1 for the top record in April.
Wow, no kidding.
Yeah, and the guy had like $100 on that and lost, because they got beat late last night.
How about Houston being 10-19?
Houston 10-19. Wow. Chicago out of it at 6-24. Everybody else in the American League, you figure has a chance. And Houston, you figure still has a chance to get in. The Angels don't.
Yeah, Rendon and Trout both out.
Yeah, and the Oakland Athletics, they're surprising to be 14 wins. And then you take a look at the National League. How about those fighting Miami Marlins? The Rockies and Miami are both just really bad. You've got the Cardinals out of last place. Hey!
Only 2 games below 500 with absolutely no offense.
Had they won that second game on Tuesday night, they would have been an even 500.
That would have been special for the way they've scored. They got the lead.
And they had the lead late. Well, they had the lead till they gave up 5 runs in the 8th or something like that. How about the Brewers still in first place? I think we're going to look at this next week or the week after that, and we'll say, boy, the Cubs are going to be tough to catch, because the Brewers are hurt. They lost another pitcher this week, and I just can't see them staying at 600. The Cubs are going to be the team that everybody in the Central is going to have to chase, and they've already built up a 4-game lead on the Cardinals. So
looking at this, Bruce, I just can't see that anything comes out of there besides Atlanta, Philadelphia, and the Dodgers, and then, like you said, probably
flip a coin.
Yeah. I mean, of those 3, I just feel like nobody's going to catch those 3. Those are going to be 3 playoff teams already.
You got the Reds, the Giants, Padres, and there's a bunch of teams basically just trying to stay above water. The scary part is the Cardinals is that over there on the far right side, the minus 27 run differential. That is about as scary as you could have.
They're winning close games, but then they're not scoring enough to outscore people by much.
We don't have the logos of the baseball teams really to
I like the bird on the bat.
Yeah, that's right. It's very clean.
Yeah,
they've been using that 100 years now.
Yeah, I like the bird on the bat.
Did you realize that they invented that like in 2022 or 1922?
No, I didn't realize the time frame, but I assumed it'd been a long, long time. There's no reason to really change it much.
Been a long, long time, folks. Enjoy your weekend. Kentucky Derby, baseball, hockey, basketball. We'll get to high school baseball next week. Lucas, thank you so much. We'll see y'all next time on Big Talk. Have a great day.